Coco Zhang Jing, the Vice President of Mary Kay China Cosmetic Company. Please, Coco Zhang Jing, come and give your SDG Action Talk.
This is Li and her folks in Aoyiben. It is a small village in Yunnan Province, China, and they are all from Yi minority group. Deep surrounded by mountain ranges, Aoyiben is 2,500 kilometers away from Shanghai, the city I live. Most of the local men go to the city to work as the manual labor, and the women spend their morning in the farmland to work. Now they can sit together to do some embroidery. For them, this might be the most relaxing moment for the day, for these women can temporarily leave behind all the hardship of the life and see the rhododendron flowers blossoming from their hands. One woman starts singing, and all the others join her, and they sing together under a big blue sky. Yi women are born singers, and they are very good at embroidery. Yi embroidery can be traced back 700 years ago to Yuan dynasty and passed along from generation to generation. As most of the men working in the city are the only source of the income of the family, Li has to be really sensible to ask for money from her husband, even for a bottle of facial cream. And as the burden of life becomes heavier, women has to go to the city to work too, and leaving their children unattended at home. Eventually, only older women still live in the village and do embroidery, and the songs can never be heard again. Aoyiben precisely reflects some situation of China. 50% of our population still live in the rural area. And the government is so determined to change the situation that because of the unsustainable resource of income and inequality, those areas are so lagged behind. And the government need the best practice they can follow. That was why, starting from 2011, with the coordination of MOFCOM and the UNDP China in a partnership with All China Women's Federation, which is a mass organization with China government background, and Mary Kay, an American cosmetics company who sell through their independent women's sales force, and also and growing really fast in China, determined to work together to launch a pilot program for sustainable development at the village level, and focus on poverty reduction, gender equality. Another goal of this program is to accumulate some experience for public-private partnership. And the project team finally selected 3 of the village where women have the strongest aspiration to change their life through building a business of their own to sell their embroidery. And Aoyiben is one of them. In the first year, we focused on the capability building. The UNDP expert helped these women to register as cooperative. And these women worked together to formulate their rules and the regulations, and Li was elected by them as the president. And they practiced day and night to refine their skills. And the focal point for the next year became helping them to build up their business. The All China Women's Federation secures them a distribution channel to put their products to the tourism site. And Mary Kay provided them with an interest-free business loan, with which these women established a small selling point in the town. We even launched a publicity campaign on the TV network. For the first time, e-embroidery became better known among Chinese. And in the 3rd year, we leverage more resource. UNDP persuaded the local government to introduce a policy to support the preservation of e-embroidery. And I brought in the vice president of marketing, teach them how to do the brand positioning, and also China Academy of Art, teach them how to do the design. And in the 4th year, Lee and her cooperative member, they all got rid of poverty. In the 3 villages, we altogether have 2,854 cooperative members. They are all women. And their average personal income increased by 73% to 1,300 renminbi per month. And we have 486 women decided to come back to the village to join our business and live together with their children. And Lee and her cooperative are no longer those shy countryside women who did not dare to look at me on my face just like I saw them for the first time. Now they can demonstrate their product to the tourists in Mandarin with strong confidence, just like a businesswoman. And Lee also told me that now her husband asked her for money to buy some cigarettes. And in the 5th year, June 2015, we visited these women again, try to find out anything we can do for them for their business. To our surprise, Lee told me that we heard that 2 months ago there was an earthquake occurred in Nepal and many people lost their life. Can you just send one piece of our work to them and tell them that we care? That was so unexpected. And the UNTP then put me to a meeting with a few ministers from Nepal. And I was so honored to share with them China's experience in supporting women to build a business and get rid of poverty. And the ministers told me that 70% of their handicraft business, which used to be the pillar of their economy, was destroyed by the earthquake. But despite all the scarcity of the supply in the awakening of the earthquake, those women, Nepalese women, refused to use machine. They want to insist on the 11-step handmade process for their pashmina to make sure the best practice, best quality, and at the same time make sure that no woman's job will be replaced by the machine. And this sounds quite familiar with me because at Mary Kay, we identify an integral part of our business, sisterhood. Women working at Mary Kay as our independent sales force, they support each other to pursue their business goal through praising and sharing. And no matter how different the cultures might be, humanity motivates people to offer a helping hand. And even though some of them are strangers, and the women who experienced hardship before are more likely to help other women in need. And it is with the understanding of our own business that made me to make up my mind to fulfill what Lee had entrusted us to do. So we are a cosmetics company. We are very strong in the fashion business. So I invited the fashion designers to a crossover project to put the e-embroidery onto the Nepal pashmina. And then we put the crossover works to the Shanghai Fashion Week in the first anniversary of Nepal earthquake. And then UNDP China sent the 20,000 US dollars we collect from the auction of our work to Nepal and founded 10 women's micro business there. Now, Lee and her cooperation, they run smoothly, and the change of their life make the 4 of us decided to continue our partnership in Waipula. Waipula is a poverty-stricken village, actually the most poverty-stricken village in Yunnan province, and most of the populations are in minority group again. And in Waipula, we will try to implement SDG at a village level and continue our focus on the poverty reduction and the gender equality and also public-private partnership. And at the same time, we try to find out how to preserve their natural resource. And then we will try to put all activities from corporate philanthropy, government investment, and the community inputs all under the SDG framework. So why Mary Kay is so passionate to help those women who are not part of our cosmetics business? because Mary Kay was created to enrich women's lives. And that was also why our founder, Mary Kay Ash, did not want to restrict her business opportunity to those who look good or with eloquence. Instead, she wanted to open her door to all women with aspiration to change her life, and she would develop, inspire them. That defined the purpose of our business. Today, the human society is still faced by a lot of problems, the poverty, pollution, inequality, and the business is playing an increasingly important role in tackle these issues. If we put the private sector's resource together with the government's power to make policy, and also the public sector's deep insight on the social issues, we work together and will transform our resolutions. Just like, and during this process, business will find what their meaning, the higher level of the significance of their existence is. Just like Mary Kay Ash said, P&L shall not only be profit and loss, it should also be people and love. Thank you.